So the reason I would record it to benefit the people online is educational purpose. Bro, it's like operation. It's like operation, bro. Anyway, brother. So if you have any questions, like one of the things that you wanted me to speak, how Islam changed my life.
Yes, I wanted more demonstration.
Yeah, see me, I don't really like to speak about my personal life. Of course, I was not born like this. I was not born practicing. I had my life as well, like which we call jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah mean before the practicing days, because there's two types of jahiliyyah. This term, can be used before Islam, and when I say ma jahiliyyah, I mean I'm restricting it to myself, meaning before I start practicing Islam. So the way my life changed, just today I was speaking to one of the brothers, how Allah opened doors for me. Like I was in a crazy lifestyle. I was proper crazy. I mean, if the people still in central London selling all crazy stuff, you can go ask. I would ask with people there, central London. I never used to sleep. When I used to go out in the morning, the sun used to harm me. Even the sun is a benefit. But because I used to live just in night time. But of course, I went prison. That was 2005. When I come out jail, I start practicing, I start learning about my deen. Literally everything changed in my life.
What happened
In prison, that's why in prison a lot of people accept Islam. Why? Because in prison you are in your cell, either by yourself or with your friend. Okay, with your mate. If you're by your friend, you have time now to reflect and think, because when you're outside, there's too many temptation. You want to make money, you want to go to have girlfriends, you want to do this, you want to do that, understand? So in prison, you think. That's why the time I was there, 2005, there were a lot of people accepting Islam, The point here is, so it changed my life. I started practicing, I knew that, look, because to be honest, if I'm not a Muslim, if I'm an atheist, I would do anything, I don't care. Because I believe I'm just a product of a reaction of blind matter and a chemical reaction. So I don't care about no one, to be honest. You understand? But Islam teaches me, look, the way you care about yourself, care about the people. So the way I changed was unbelievable. I mean, I'll tell you this another story. There was a non-Muslim friend of mine in central London. We used to hang around together. So I left because I went to prison. He didn't see me. I didn't see him after 2 years. I met him in a mosque. Okay? You with me? Yeah. I met him in a mosque. So when he looked at me, he said, brother, do you have a brother that goes to central London? I remembered him. I said, that is me, bro. And I said, what happened? He said, look, I became Muslim, and even his life changed. You understand? But what you have to understand as well, bro, yeah? I don't like to use my personal experience as a proof that Islam is the truth. Why? Because everyone has a personal experience. It's a subjective thing. You understand? That's why what I like to use, that's what Islam teaches us to use objective criteria. That's why last time I was focusing on the oneness of God. What's your name again? Remind me of your name? Javan. Shamsi. Javan. Javan, God, the Most High, the Most Wise, gave all of us, Jewish, Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, atheist, all of us, God gave us tools in order for us to utilize them when His messengers come with a message to us. Do you understand that? Yes. For example, our natural inclination. Naturally, we know that I should be grateful to my Creator. Correct?
What do you mean by natural inclination?
Natural inclination, for example, you don't have to go to school to learn that if someone takes care of you, you should be grateful to him. You don't have to go to school to learn that. That is installed within you. That's an instinct. Instinct has another name which is called natural inclination. Naturally, I know I don't have to go to school to learn I should not get married to my own mother. Naturally, you know that is wrong. You don't have to use intellectual proofs. Naturally, you know. For example, a child, naturally he knows that the doll cannot be in two places at the same time. If the child start looking for a doll and he sees the doll in the corner, he will not start looking for the same doll somewhere else. He knows naturally Instinctively, he knows that a doll cannot be in one place, at two places at the same time. You with me? Likewise, a dog, even the animals has it. And Allah, we call in Arabic al-fitra, one of the powerful tools that Allah has given us. The dog, when you throw a stone at the dog will not chase a stone, he will chase you. Correct? Why? Because he understands, he knows. You for the stone, not the stone by itself came to me. You understand? So this is natural inclination. So naturally, that we know that we should be grateful to our Creator. This is called natural inclination. Likewise, what? Intellectual. Intellect. You understand? That's why, intellect, that if something comes into existence, it has to have a cause. If something comes into existence, you with me, yeah? Okay? That's natural inclination. That's intellectual proofs, you know? Or what do they call it? The sun, the moon, like our creation, all of that. So God gave us these, likewise our perceptions. God gave us these tools to utilize them, to analyze between the truth and the falsehood. That's why Islam goes in line. And Islam, what makes Islam special? Do you know what makes Islam special? Islam comes with to preserve 5 things which none of the religions has it. And these 5 things, if we do not preserve them, then society will be destroyed. Shall I tell you the 5 things? Okay, one of them is the religion. What do I mean that? What do you mean by that? Meaning that the Creator created us, and He sent prophets and messengers to teach us that we are here for a purpose. One of them to worship the Creator, okay? Likewise, one of them to is a test, okay? Is a test. God is testing us, okay? Likewise, one of the reasons that go to, I'm still talking about the same one, yeah? I'm not talking about 5, okay? I don't want to get, I'm just focusing the first, which called the 5 necessities. The 5 necessities. So the first one, religion. So Islam comes, say, look, you are here to worship God. So in Islam, anything that tries to turn human beings from worshiping their Creator, Islam comes and blocks it. Blocks it. You with me? Why? Because Islam, that's why in Islam there is something called capital punishment. Okay? Why? In Islam we have that because the Creator put it there because the people, the human beings, if you do not protect them, then some people will try to manipulate them to cause them harm in this life and in the hereafter. How? If you turn away from worshiping your Creator, then you'll be destroyed without any doubt. You'll be lost in this life and in the hereafter is worse. That's why the Creator comes and says, listen, worship one God alone. Worship your Creator. That's what you're here for. You with me so far? Okay. Second one comes to preserve intellect. Protect the intellect. That's why in Islam, anything that harms the intellect is forbidden. What is it? Drugs. Drugs harms your intellect. Correct? It's forbidden. Intoxicating drinks. Or anything that intoxicates you is haram in Islam. Why? Because intellect distinguishes us from the animals. You with me? We have the intellect. So this one of the faculties that in Islam is very important for you to carry out God's obligations. The reason that, look, did you know that the reason there's a lot of rape, not because, the reason there's a lot of rapes, because of what? Because of alcohol. Because of alcohol. You know, drinking alcohol, that one of them. Also because of drugs as well, cocaine as well. But they say drugs is forbidden, but alcohol is okay. But both of them cause you harm. That's why Islam, in Islamic legislation, Islam does not differentiate between something very similar from every angle. You know what I mean? If alcohol is going to cause the same harm as the drugs, then it's forbidden. Do you know how many rape and how many crimes being carried out because of allowing these types of intoxicating drinks? That's how many you mentioned? 2. Religion and intellect. Third one, Islam came to preserve lineage. Lineage. That's why Islam fornication, adultery is forbidden. Why? Because the lineage, there is obligations based upon lineage. Why is it? Your father has a right over you. Your brother has a right over you. Your sister has a right over you. Your auntie has a right over you. How do we know these families when you become married? But if you just have sex and, outside marriage, how many people just have sex and they leave the woman, or the woman leave the child? Child has no clue who's his father, who's his brother, who's his sister. That's why no. That's why Prophet Muhammad said, if you love women, if you truly love women, marry her. So Islam comes to preserve lineage because there's obligation regarding lineage. Islam comes to preserve people's honor. People's honor. That's why Islam, in the West, is normal people to defame people. Islam is a big sin to defame people's character. For example, accusing you to be a thief, accusing you to be a drug dealer. In Islam, there's punishment for that. Or accusing you to be adulterer. Likewise, Islam came to preserve wealth. That's why gambling is forbidden in Islam. So these 5 necessities in life, if being protected, then we'll have a good society. You with me? Okay? So that's why you don't see that in any religions. Like, that's what I was saying last time. Islam, no way Prophet Muhammad was a false prophet. The legislation that he came with is so detailed. Even how to enter the bathroom, how to get out of the bathroom, how to have intercourse with your wife, how to when you meet your brother, what do you say? Why? Because the Creator created us. He wants to give us the best way of life to live according to His way. Because He's the one who created us. Therefore, logically speaking, He knows about His creation better than anyone else. You don't see that in Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Everism. You don't see that, except in Islam. Understand? And of course, Islam, you can watch many videos that people that were not even Muslims, they accept Islam, how Islam changed their lives. But again, that is subjective way of looking at it. The best way I do, by Allah's permission, by Allah's success, is what I use, which call universal proofs. I say, look, God gave you intellect, natural inclination, perceptions. That is the proof. That is the proof what Islam is the truth. You know? Yeah. You okay? Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Understand? So if you have any question, you can ask, brother. Ask any questions.
Just quickly recite the 5 necessities.
Okay. Again, religion, lineage, intellect, honor, wealth. Okay? Wealth, for example, also interest. Interest forbidden in Islam. Why? Because interest, who's going to win? The rich people. You know, the rich people are all the time going to be the winners when it comes to interest. That's why interest is forbidden. And one of the prophecies that Prophet Muhammad mentions about the interest, he said there will come a time when the interest will become widespread. Even if you are not involved directly in interest, you will still be affected by it. And we can see that now. That was not the case 500 years ago. Now, interest, you want to study this interest. You want to do this interest, understand? Everything is interest. But Islam, no, comes, if you are rich, happen. Okay? Religion, intellect, honor, lineage, wealth.
First question I have
Go.
is, there's the issue that there's a lot of incest within the Islamic world.
What?
A lot of incest.
Like sexual incest? Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
So you got your cousin now.
Oh, okay. First of all, you shocked me. I'm thinking, how? I mean, that is incorrect. Why? This definition, that sexual incest by getting married to your cousin, that's not definition in the Bible. That is new definition. We're not abide by the liberal, secular teaching if you go clear against the teaching of our Creator. Yes, in Islam, Prophet Muhammad encouraged us to marry outside our families. Like me, alhamdulillah, all my family married outside. You understand? But there is no problem marrying the first cousin. Even the Bible, you have that. So this is not I mean, to be honest, look, yeah. When you go to Muslim countries, even non-Muslim countries in Africa, Christians, a lot of them marry to first cousins. And they don't have this nonsense that scientists say, become disabled, become ratata. This nonsense. Look, me, you know what? I don't take some stuff. I don't take science serious. I don't take it. That's why, if you notice, I don't really use too much scientifically proven. Because Muslims, they try to say, Quran is the truth because scientifically proven such and such. I don't use that. Because science keeps changing. Today scientifically proven, tomorrow is not anymore. So that is not, that definition will not abide by it. You understand? Do you have any question? Huh? Is it clear? You know, alhamdulillah, I was in Birmingham. My brother's in Birmingham, they're here 2 days ago. Alhamdulillah, when you know the beauty of Islam, that when you explain Islam to people, it makes sense. It makes sense. Why? What is Islam? Worship one God. How? Not pray to a tree, pray to this, pray to that. Who is the God that Allah? Who is our God? The Arab pagans came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You with me? They came to him. They said, "Insib lana rabbak." Give us the lineage of your Lord. Give us the lineage of your Lord. Allah reviewed the chapter in the Quran. Now, Prophet Muhammad came to me and said, "Okay, I'm going to give you the lineage." Quote unquote, okay? It's not lineage. So Prophet said, "Qul huwa Allahu ahad." Say, Allah is the only one, the unique. Allahu as-Samad. What does Samad mean? Master, self-sufficient, is not in need of no one. Everyone's in need of him. Lam yalid. So far, does it make sense? It's a perfect God. One, unique, okay? One in his essence, one in his names and attributes, one in his actions. No one similar to God in his essence, no one similar to God in his names and attributes, no one similar to God in his actions. Allahu Samad, self-sufficient. Everyone's in need of him. He's not in need of no one. That's why the Prophet Muhammad narrated hadith. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if whole mankind, all the creation, the jinn, the demon, and mankind, or the spirit and the mankind, come together and they become the most evil people ever existed, that will not harm Allah. And if all of them come together and they become upon the most righteous person ever existed, that will not benefit Allah. Meaning that you disbelieve and disobedience and your obedience and you believe in God will not harm God or benefit him, will only harm you and benefit you. God created us out of his generosity to make us his neighbors in paradise, you know, to be with God. That's why, not with God, like because God is above everything. One of the greatest blessings in paradise, as I say, the greatest blessings in paradise, what is it, Muslims? To see Allah, to see God. They say the Muslims, when the believers, when I say the Muslims, I mean those who truly follow Jesus in his lifetime, Moses, when they see Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, we pray to God to make us from those who will see him, okay, in paradise. When they see that, they will forget everything about their enjoyment in paradise. That is the biggest blessings. And you know, one of the Islam, mercy. Mercy, Allah said, my mercy overcome my anger. The mercy of Allah covers everything. Prophet Muhammad said, everyone will enter paradise by Allah's mercy. By Allah's mercy. There's a grace. They say, even you, O Muhammad, O Messenger of Allah. He said, even me. That's true, Allah is the most merciful. Prophet Muhammad said, there's 1% from Allah's mercy that people are sharing in this universe. And 99% has been left for those who truly believe in him on the day of judgment. So again, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدَ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ, master, self-sufficient, is not in need of no one. Everyone, everything that is in need of him. لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. He begat not, neither was he begotten. No one gave a birth to him, and doesn't give a birth to no one. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. and there is nothing similar to him. There is nothing comparable to him. There is nothing like unto him. That is the God that we worship. We don't worship God that became a baby. We don't worship the God that was wrestled with Jacob and Jacob put him in a headlock. We don't wrestle with the God that regrets. We don't wrestle with God. Do you understand? The God that we worship is the greatest and perfect God. God that goes in line with you and I and everyone's intellect and natural inclination. You see? See? Worship one God. According to who? According